Okay, no, you don't have to pinch yourself. This is not a dream. The Green Bay Packers have, in fact, selected a wide receiver in the first round. I know somewhere Aaron Rodgers is sitting here saying, "Are you kidding me? Now you do this?" Yes, it has happened. Matthew Golden is the player who I just got to say, I think he's a great player, and I really do think that he is someone who, I would have had earlier here. I think he is someone who could be that number one threat they're looking for, a deep threat down the field who also can, have some nice route running things that can, I think, really help out this offense. So, again, what is the criticism of the Packers receiving corps? The criticism is a lot of good players, but you have a lot of wide receiver twos here, right? And I think the maybe concern is if Matthew Golden doesn't reach that wide receiver one threshold. For other teams, okay, the Buccaneers selected Emeka Egbuka, and for them, they're kind of like, well, if he's not a wide receiver one, that's okay. They have wide receiver ones. He can still be a nice player. For the Packers, they don't really need a nice player. They need a wide receiver one. But ultimately, okay, great. Well, if a guaranteed wide receiver one was available, they would have taken that guy. Yes, everyone has their risk. I do think there is a chance that Golden could end up being the wide receiver one that they are looking for. So, yeah, we can get into the film and talk about what I think he can do well, because I do think there are just a lot of real positive aspects of his game, and I think a lot of things that Jordan Love will certainly appreciate. So, yeah, wow, Packers wide receiver in the first round. Who would have thought? But yeah, let's just get into the film. Let's start off with this play. What's going to happen here is, so you see the route on the screen, nothing too fancy, right? Just a quick route, going towards the sideline. But again, to me, what I like about Golden is how well he runs these types of routes. So let's begin. Right when this play begins, you see how he's doing a great job at this point of not really giving away what he's doing. And he's not doing it in your typical way of, a lot of times guys will just Julian Edelman, who I think was the best at his style of how he would do it, where he would just run straight up and you would never know where he's going to cut until he cuts. Golden's kind of being a little bit more, doing a bit more than that. Faking as though he's going towards the left, but then goes straight up again. Now he's going to go towards the right. And as you see, he pulls it off really well, shifty enough, able to make a grab and gain some yards. Nothing crazy, but again, these are types of plays that he does really well, and his ability to cut is definitely something that has to get you excited for a guy who also ran a 4.2. You also have something like this where it's going to be a cover 2 zone. So oftentimes in cover 2 zone, there's usually a little section in between the corner and the safety on that side of the field where you can potentially get open. Watch, when this play begins, you see it's not going to be a huge gap, but you can see how this can work, right? And Quentin Ewers, he's going to take a chance, right? Why not? So that's where he's going to look. And you see, this safety, takes a bad angle because, quite frankly, I think he just wasn't sure that he didn't realize Golden was going to get to where he was going to get quick enough, and that's ultimately what caused the poor angle. And also, you got to give Ewers credit for making the play. So, those two things, definitely very, very good. The speed and the ability to cut is what you like about Golden. This play is funny. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just a funny play where you're going to see where he is on this play. Watch him. It's going to be some sort of razzle-dazzle. He fakes as though he's going to be a screen pass. He's excited. It's going to be a touchdown. And then, oh no, the pass was dropped. Just kind of funny. Anyway, that had nothing to do with anything. Just a play I thought was funny. Let's go over here now to where it's going to be a go route. Again, this is what you want to see from a fast guy, right? Can you win on these one-on-one matchup situations? That's what you want to see, because you have the question that every fast guy is going to just have to answer at a certain point, right? Which is, when you go up against a corner who can hang with you, how do you manage? On this play, you're going to see that, as of right now, the corner is, I would say, doing that, hanging with Golden. It's not, it's not like he's shutting him down, but there's, making things difficult. Because again, in college, sometimes you just run right by the corner. In the NFL, that's not going to happen. Every team has a corner who can run 4.3 and at least keep up with you. However, here you're going to see that Golden makes an effort, and honestly, it was just good defense. Not quite able to make that tough catch, though. And again, that's just a question you're going to have to answer when you get to the, when you get to the next level. Is there a way to win these types of plays consistently? And, I think there might be for sure, but it still is a question. That's kind of the one critique I have, is just how well will this work at the NFL level? Although I will say, he does have the ability to win in unique scenarios. Like, for example, right here, and this is ultimately why I still really like him as a prospect. First, the play itself isn't going to really work out, where he's supposed to just get in a gap in coverage. And in fairness, it actually, like, he did his job. Like, he did get open here. It's just the ball's not coming in his direction. So, okay, ball's not coming in his direction. Well, now what? Well, hey, he's going to, scramble drill, goes further down the field. Hey, there's a little bit of a window right here. But this is similar to the last play I showed you, right? Where it's like, okay, he's not really running by the defender he's going up against. This time it's just because of how the play design worked, how to, kind of the play broke down. But ultimately, this is another thing that he can do and why he, I think, will work at the NFL level. Watch him go up and make the grab. And, like, ultimately, yeah, he is a player who can make contested catches and doesn't need to have a ton of separation to win. Because we always talk about the danger of the guy who can't get separation in college but just makes contested catches, of what happens when you get to a guy who can you get to the NFL and players defend a contested catch better. But there is the flip side of what happens when, the Quentin Johnston, the guy who can, always get open, but once you get to the NFL and you're no longer always getting open, can't really make the tough catches. Golden can make the tough catches, and that's just what you like about him, is that he has multiple positive traits. And again, just stuff like this. To me, this is probably the best thing about him, is that he is a really good route runner. It's a cover 2 zone. He's running a route trying to get more over the middle. And watch, when this play begins, you're going to see, as of right here, again, just not giving away where he's going, or which direction he's going to be cutting, running that beginning portion of the route very well. And then when he cuts, he is able to get past the corner. Again, there was help over the middle. What are you going to do? But it's good stuff from him. And this is ultimately what you like about him. So yeah, kind of long story short, there are a lot of positive aspects of Matthew Golden's game. He is, I think someone that there is a bit of projection just that you can't really solve until you get to the next level. Is he going to be one of these players that is a superstar, or is he going to be one of those players that, okay, once you go up against faster corners, it's a little bit tougher? But ultimately, he is a player where the good outweighs the bad, and I do think that he will be a very effective player, and I would definitely bet on him to succeed. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Matthew Golden. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video and want to hear more of my thoughts, well, for one thing, you can check out my movie channel. Yes, I have a movie channel. You can check the link in the description below. I do some fun things like some movie reviews, even some TV show reviews, tier list, fun things like that, so you can check that out. Also, make sure that you are subscribed and paying attention to this channel, as there will be plenty of draft content. I plan on making a video for every first round pick, many of the other picks throughout the draft, and also I will do recaps for each team after the draft is over. So I will eventually talk about every single pick from your favorite team. Be on the lookout for that, as it will be out this weekend. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Jackson Kruger, or X, whatever you prefer to call it. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks again for watching till the end of the video.